in Life with Elizabeth, featuring Del Moore. Incident number 1 in the life of Elizabeth occurred the day daylight savings time went into effect. Most of us can figure that out, but Elizabeth and Alvin had some other complications to contend with. Elizabeth, how are you this rainy morning? Alvin already left for work? He's outside. Those are rains. Oh, he's outside in the rain looking for the paper. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. Let's try another one. Oh, yeah, you're right. Something is walking in, and I hope for your sake it's Alvin.
Enter, O chic Ben Alvin. Sit here in my humble tent and remove thy turban. Also remove thy stupid hat.
Defile me not with thy tongue, woman. Behold, the courier hath delivered the news.
It falleth not into the bird bath?
It falleth not into the bird bath. And feast thine eyes on a further miracle.
It be wrapped in waxed parchment.
And 'twas delivered unto our very own front porch, instead of beneath the house with the swine.
Truly, our home is thrice blessed.
Ah.
Oh, come on, Papa. We have plenty of time.
Okay. Seriously, do you think we have a new paper, boy? Instead of old No-Aim William?
I know just exactly what happened. The boy's mother woke up in the middle of the night and she heard the rain. So she shook Papa and she said, we can't let little Nudnik go out and deliver papers in this kind of weather. Now, can we, Evander?
So Evander delivered the papers instead. No wonder it was on the porch.
No. As a matter of fact, the boy's mother delivered the papers. She couldn't wake Evander up.
Sounds like this used to happen at your house before.
No, Mama didn't have time. She had her own paper route.
Seriously, how much time do I have, honey? I don't dare be late again.
Now, I wasn't taking any chances with daylight savings starting today. You have at least an hour.
Good. Hey, it says here to set the clocks an hour ahead. Did you do that?
Mm-hmm. Honey, we're going to have this thing adjusted.
And hot? Elizabeth, honey, not so energetic this morning. We have plenty of time this morning, dear.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Here. Will you do me a favor, Alvin?
Hmm?
Will you, next time you defrost the refrigerator, will you let me know?
I didn't defrost the refrigerator.
That's funny. Either it's been defrosted or it's starting to make soft ice.
Look, when you have the toaster fixed, have the man look at the refrigerator. Soft ice.
Alvin, a light just went on.
Have him look at that, too.
No, look, read here, where it tells about the storm.
Mild rain visits Southern California area.
No, here. Read down past where it says the truck floated into the meat market.
Here? Light drizzle.
No, listen to this. And the storm, which is assumed to have come from Arizona, caused power failure in various parts of the city for as long as 3 hours.
Why does Arizona have to take the blame every time we have a drop
Power failure for 3 hours.
So what?
So we have electric clocks. What time do you have?
Oh, 10 after.
10 after what?
I don't know. The hour hand catches on to the minute hand.
Oh, honey, you might be late for work right this very
What time
minute.
have you got? What time have you got? Quick.
2 freckles past her wrist bone.
That's good. Oh, now, where is your wristwatch?
Oh, it's being fixed.
Oh.
Wait a minute. The stove clock says 6:15. Now, I set that ahead an hour.
Ahead an hour.
So on standard time, that'd be 5:15, wouldn't it?
5:15, right?
Yeah, but the storm stopped it for 3 hours. That's 4:15, 3:15, 2:15. If we hurry, we can still catch the midnight movie.
Honey, how do we know the power failure happened in this part of the city? We don't know.
Well, the refrigerator didn't defrost by itself.
Oh, honey, I can't be late again. The boss is seriously considering tar and feathers for me.
Now, wait a minute. Now, let's take it easy.
Well, think of something.
Now, just don't get excited. After all we want to know is what time is it, right?
Sure. That's right.
One of our main troubles is we get all rattled in a crisis. Now, we can figure this thing out.
That's right. No sense in getting excited.
So what time is it?
How do I know what time it is? Look at your watch out.
Oh, the phone. What's that number you call to get the time?
I don't know. Updike something or other. Ask information.
You're talking on the party line.
Good. Well, ask them what time it is.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry to butt in like this, but it's rather important. You see, my husband might lose his job if he... Well, no, wait a minute. Wait, this is all I want to know. What time is it? Thank you.
What'd they say?
He's going to ask Napoleon.
Good.
Yes, it did sound like a silly question.
The radio. Oh, the radio. There's a guy that gives the time every 3 seconds.
Go on.
This'll do it.
Alvin, why don't you just go down to work? If you're too early, you can always wait.
Not in weather like this.
Oh.
Honey, how long does it take this thing to warm up?
Well, it warms up faster if it's on the stove.
No jokes.
And the storm, which is assumed to have come from Arizona, caused power failure.
The news.
Well, what happened to your friend?
Well, it means either the program is over or he hasn't even gone on the air yet. I'll try the telephone again.
Well, why don't you just try another station?
Take a half a cup of sugar and...
And now for the Dow Jones averages. U.S. Steel up.
Oh, hee-haw.
Universal Machine.
Storm which blew in from California late last night. This is KTV, Phoenix, Arizona.
Cut that thing off, honey. The line is clear now. Operate.
And the time is exactly 8 o'clock.
Alvin, it's 8 o'clock. You're late already.
Up.
Oh.
Late already? Oh, tar and feathers for Alvin.
Hurry up.
Late. He catches me. It's late.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Are you sure it's 8?
Well, of course I'm sure. They just announced it on the radio. It's so silly we had to listen to Phoenix to find out what time it is here. Now, wait a minute. Are they on Pacific time in Arizona, or are they on Mountain time?
Daylight or standard?
I don't... There's a sundial over in Mrs. Skinridge's yahoo. There's no sun. The phone. I'll try the phone.
Yeah, that's
Did you say the line was clear?
Clear. There's a bell.
Oh, they're talking again.
Elizabeth, I didn't think you would listen to a conversation.
He's asking somebody what time it is.
Oh, listen.
More coffee, darling?
Might as well. 2 hours to kill. Oh, brother. Tar and feathers.
Wait a minute. How can it be 4:20? It's daylight.
Now, don't start that again. The man on the other end of the line said 4:20, and he sounded confident.
But the man in Phoenix said it was 8 o'clock.
What's Phoenix got to do with it?
If it's 8 o'clock there, it has to be either 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Here, it can't be 20 after anything.
You're right. Give me the phone.
Oh. Sure, wait a minute. There's a church clock on the corner. Now, this'll do it. Wait a minute. Shh. That's 1.
How do you know?
Now, stop talking and let me count. That's 2.
No, that's 3.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. That's 6.
No, that's 5. You don't count the part where it goes bong, bong, bong.
Think it stopped at 7.
No, it didn't. It stopped at 5.
It stopped at 7.
It stopped at 5.
It stopped at 7.
It was 5.
Are you sure?
Oh, no.
Let's go. Yeah. If I get there early, I'll stop and have another watch.
If you get there late, I'll have the kerosene ready.
Yeah. Kerosene? What for?
It removes tar and feathers.
Oh, good.
Goodbye, darling.
Did it feed the dog? Bye.
Elizabeth, it stopped at 7. Aren't you ashamed? Thank you. In just a moment, we'll bring you incident number 2 in Life with Elizabeth. Incident number 2 in the life of Elizabeth occurred on a Saturday afternoon. As I recall it, Alvin was fixing his watch, and Elizabeth was watching the fix he was in, when all of a sudden, boom, just like that, boom. Stick around and find out for yourselves what I'm talking about.
How you doing with the watch?
I never realized these parts were so small. You know what I need is one of those things you put right up here and look through. What do they call them?
An eye?
Sake. I mean, you put them in your eye so that you can see better.
Eye drops.
Go away, Elizabeth. Look,
No, I want to help
Elizabeth,
you.
please, honey. Look, will you go away?
Well, all right, but if you... Let me help you. Come on.
Honey, Elizabeth.
Who's the blonde?
That's strange. Look, Elizabeth, please, will you go away? This is very delicate work, honey.
Well, if you need any help, you let me know.
You'll be the first to know. Oops.
What was that?
What?
It was a heavy thud followed by a loud hissing.
Maybe a heavy snake.
Let's go see.
You go see. Say, if it was a heavy snake, don't get rattled. Don't get rattled. I'll have to remember that one.
Alvin, hand me that hot pen.
Elizabeth, don't be so rough. I'll lose all the stuff.
Give me the hot pen.
What do you want it for? What's out there?
It's right at the end of our driveway.
What is? Elizabeth, come back. Hey. Saw such foolishness.
Oh,
Elizabeth.
look out, this is heavy.
What is it? Honey, watch it.
Be careful. Here, you take it.
What?
No, it's hot. You can't take it.
Oh, honey, what?
I can't. Oh!
Oh, my watch, honey.
How can you have a watch in a time like this?
What?
When we have a thing like this?
What is it? Or who is it,
hot
honey?
rock.
I'll call the doctor.
No, you're out of space.
Not on your life. I'll call the one around the corner.
No, Alvin. Listen, you know what a meteor is?
I think so.
A meteor is a small heavenly body that enters the Earth's atmosphere and burns up, right?
Right, yeah.
And people call them shooting stars, right?
Right.
And a meteor that reaches the Earth and doesn't burn up is called a meteorite.
Then what's this thing?
A meteorite.
I thought you said a meteorite burns up.
It does.
Then this couldn't be a meteor, right?
That's right, it's a meteorite.
I'm asking you for the last time. What's this thing?
A hot rock. Alvin, this came from outer space. Just think of it.
All I can think of is you ruined my watch.
Oh, it might even be valuable.
That valuable? Maybe.
Well, sure, a lot of times they contain rare minerals like radium and things like that. Oh, I wish it'd cool off enough to let us inspect
Wait a minute, honey. I think it is. It does contain radium. Look, it's glowing.
Where?
Right down there at the bottom. See the two streaks? Uh-huh.
Those are the hands off your watch.
I wish it would cool off so we could get at the gold and stuff.
Don't be so mercenary, Alvin. Think of a meteorite landing on our driveway.
Say, what are they getting for radium these days?
You know what they might do? They might put it in a museum. They might put it in a big glass case with a card on it saying Meteorite Elizabethicus. And stop that. It isn't a bowl of soup.
Well, you know it makes them stay so hot.
It's the friction from falling through the air.
My, aren't we the little scientist all of a sudden?
You know I've always been interested in this sort of thing. You know that.
Elizabeth, don't put on airs with me because a hot rock fell in the driveway.
I am not putting on airs. I simply state that the friction induced by the rapid passage through the Earth's atmosphere has caused a semi-igneous condition in the meteorite.
10 to 1 says you don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't read 10 years of space comics for nothing.
I'm going to cool this off so we can get to the radium.
Alvin, do you know the phone number of the Museum of Natural History offhand? I don't recall it.
Don't get carried away. This ought to cool it off.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, honey, I was cooling it off so we could get to the precious jewels.
Don't you know that sudden contact with anything cold is liable to disrupt the molecular structure?
And what's that?
It'll bust.
Elizabeth, honey, will you stop being the little authority and help me whack this thing open?
It is not a coconut, Alvin, and we are not going to ruin it for when they put it in a glass case at the museum. Now, while I call the museum, I want you to measure this from every single angle. Here, now, you measure that from every possible angle, and don't burn yourself.
That scientific voice has got to go.
Hello, Museum of Natural History? I would like to report the presence of a meteorite at 123 Elm Street. It fell in our driveway. No, I don't expect you to clean it up. I just...
Sounds like a sensible guy.
Oh, well, what time will he be there? I see. All right, I'll call him tomorrow. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. Alvin, you know what just dawned on me? You know what it might be? It might even be a whole little world. You know, a small little world, and there might even be little men on there. They could be living in these...
Where'd you say you found this?
Right out at the end of our driveway, right out in the street.
By the street?
And they could live down in these little holes, see?
Elizabeth, do you know what that is?
That's what I say. See, the meteor... what?
Coal.
That's... What do you mean, coal?
A lump of coal.
How could a lump of coal get in our driveway?
I just remember they are paving the street out there, dear, and they use coal to heat the tar.
You mean it isn't It isn't from outer space at all?
No radium.
There won't be any Elizabethicus or any glass case. I thought it was from outer space. I was going to tell everybody
Oh,
about
honey, now take it easy,
Well, doesn't it look
sweetie.
like a meteor?
Oh, honey, now look. Look at it this way, honey. It'd make a good song title.
Well, What do you mean to make a good song title?
Oh, baby, it's cold outside. Mosses in the cold, cold ground. Come on, think of one.
There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Give me another one. How about Indian? Indian?
Indian what?
Love cold.
Thank you. And in just a moment, we'll bring you incident number 3 in Life with Elizabeth. Incident number 3 in the life of Elizabeth occurred several years ago. It seems that their anniversary was approaching, and both Elizabeth and Alvin had gone out and bought each other presents well in advance of the day itself. Well, now, this always presents a problem, because if you know Elizabeth and Alvin, they're just like children when it comes to opening their presents in advance. If you'd like a few tips on the subject, it goes something like this.
3-letter word meaning Peruvian civet. Elizabeth, what are you doing out on the front porch? Honey?
Alvin, don't you dare come out here. What's Elizabeth doing?
Shh, she's up to one. I was just checking the paper. So, came over.
Paper boy's getting good, honey. He threw it right in your hand.
Yeah.
Through a crack in the door no wider than that.
Okay.
And with a crossword puzzle half done.
Would you care to give me a spanking, Elizabeth?
Well, you deserve one. I distinctly told you not to look out on that front porch.
What's out there?
None of your business.
Well, after all, you can at least... Hey, wait a minute. Did you just walk to the service porch?
Well, of course, how else do you think
I mean the back service porch.
Well, I said to myself, Elizabeth, now which service porch should we walk through? There's the one up on the roof, or there's the one out under the garage, or there's one on the front lawn, or there's the one with the cerise washing.
Elizabeth, when you're through being funny, I have a request to make.
What?
I don't want you to walk through the service porch for the next couple of days.
Hey, Alvin, what's on the service porch?
Oh, washing machine, ironer, 2 or 3 of my shirts just waiting to be torn to shreds by your pretty little claws.
Is that so? Would you like to know what's out on the front porch?
No. Washing machine. 3-letter word. Look, honey, the way I see it, we both bought each other presents for our anniversary, right?
Right, and the way I see it, we're both adult enough to wait a few more days, right?
Right, even if it means me avoiding the front porch, right?
Right. Even if I can't go out on the back porch, right?
Right. After all, we are children, right?
Right. So what are we waiting for?
Get right.
I'll let you know when you can turn around.
Okay.
Alvin, are you ready?
Ready? Happy?
Alvin, just what I've always wanted, 2 Cocker Spaniels.
Mr. Smith, I only had one in mind.
Happy anniversary, darling.
Happy anniversary, dear.
Here.
Oh, come here, little fella. Easy.
Easy.
There, I got it.
little
Oh,
fat
yes, sir. Fatty boy.
Oh, no, look at
that.
face.
Oh,
Look
come
at
here.
Oh, Alvin,
to
look
Alvin.
at that face.
Oh, look at here.
Oh, no.
Isn't
oh,
that
you
something?
little dark.
He likes me, look.
Alvin,
Huh?
aren't they a little large for Cocker Spaniel puppies?
No, that's about the right size. The little old lady said they're Cocker Spaniels, and she ought to know.
The little old lady at the corner of 14th and Oak?
Did you get yours there, too?
Well, sure it is. Oh, well, I might have known. Neither one of us could pass that little old lady with a basket full of puppies.
You're not kidding. She tripped me with her cane.
Me too, but it was worth it. Oh.
Say, how old did she say they were?
5 weeks.
5 weeks. Well, don't you think their feet are a little big for puppies 5 weeks old?
Oh, no, that's all right, darling. They're supposed to be. She says it's a new breed. They're called the big-footed Cocker Spaniel.
Oh. Look
Oh,
at...
Alvin, you take the babies out in the other room. Whoever that is will probably want to handle them, and we don't want to stunt their growth.
Wouldn't. I think we ought to teach them to smoke. Look at the feet. Come on, let's go, kids.
Richard!
Hello, Elizabeth.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
Honey. Where's Geraldine?
She's,
What's she doing out in that hot car? Jerry, come on in. Come in. Richard, I like her as a blonde. Come on in, Jerry.
Elizabeth, that's not my wife.
Oh, Richard, I feel like a fool. The long hairdo confused me.
Well, anybody can make the same mistake, but Geraldine's hair is darker.
Well, that's what I get for being so nosy, but I saw such a strong resemblance to Geraldine through the eyes. Is it her sister?
No, it's a Cocker Spaniel.
I thought I noticed a real strong resemblance to the... I'm sorry.
Well, don't be embarrassed. After all, if Geraldine's wearing earmuffs, you can't tell them apart.
Well, hi,
Hi,
Richard.
Alvin.
Say, who's the blonde out in the car?
It's a Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, I've seen you with some dogs in my time, brother. Was
Alvin.
that,
To tell you the truth, Richard, I'm so glad you dropped over. We just got 2 little new Cocker Spaniel
Yeah.
puppies, and maybe you can give us some help.
Well, I'll help all I can. What do you want to know?
Well, how do you teach a puppy to sit up?
Yeah.
Well, that's easy. Get down here on your hands and knees, and I'll show you.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Come on, Alvin. Now, don't be such a baby. Richard's trying to do us a favor.
Favor?
Come on, just down here on your hands and knees.
Yeah, okay.
Bring the chair up, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
this? How's that?
Now, you hold something over his head like this, and you say, repeat the words, sit up, sit up, sit up.
Of course, some dogs are smarter than others. That's a stupid-looking hound if I've ever seen one.
Oh, cut it out, Elizabeth.
Dogs do not talk back, Alvin.
Well, after all, she's kicking.
Now, when one gets out of line like this one's doing, just a slap alongside the nose will bring him back to his senses.
Show me. Like this?
Well, a little bit more wrist action, like that. What's the matter, Alvin?
I should have bitten both of them.
What about the command?
Command? Oh, yeah, commands. Come here. Alvin, you stand up.
No.
Oh, come
Alvin.
on, honey. Richard's trying to help us.
Absolutely not. No.
Come on.
I'm through playing. Not, no.
Well, you'll have to do it, Elizabeth.
Honestly. Oh, well, couldn't you just tell me about it?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Visual
no.
education is the best. Now,
That's right.
you stand right over here. Now, you're the dog, and we're walking down the street.
Hey, wait a minute. That isn't fair. Down on all fours, Elizabeth. I had to do it. Come on.
Do you want to pay for the nylons?
It would be worth it.
Alvin, we couldn't expect Elizabeth to get down on her hands and knees.
Yeah, good.
So just bend over.
Nothing.
Now, we're walking down the street, and suddenly I stop. Heel.
Hey, Fido, he said. Heel.
Elizabeth, heel means stop.
I'm a dog. I don't understand.
Elizabeth, will you come here?
I'm a poor little cocker.
Always go too far with it.
Stop when I say heel.
You can't help. Even if I weren't a cocker spaniel puppy.
Heel.
You're my stupid wife, that's what you are. You're always now you said I told you absolutely. Well, dog, stop. If he comes anybody left side, you're talking about here.
Heel. Alvin, go get the puppies. I want Richard to see them.
Maybe you would like to explain the merry-go-round we were just on.
Yeah, merry-go-round.
I was just kidding. Go on, get the puppies.
Is Alvin mad at me?
No. Richard, I want you to see these puppies. Frankly, I'm a little worried. I'm not sure they're Cocker Spaniels. They seem just a little large.
Oh, I'd like to see them.
There we are.
Oh, they are beautiful.
Pretty?
Look at
Look at this one.
That's the cutest.
Oh, and they're Cocker Spaniels, all right.
Really?
Sure.
Well, take a look at their feet.
Yeah, but see their ears. Say, I tell you what I'll do. I'll go out and get Fifi and show you what they'll look like when they're a little bit older.
Oh,
I'll
that's
be right
swell.
back.
Will you, Richard? Thank you. Oh, Richard says they're Cocker Spaniels.
I don't know, though, honey. You can never tell with him.
Well, he ought to know, honey. He has... Look at how alert he looks, isn't that?
Look at this one. Look.
Oh, you... That's a Cocker Spaniel? I may not know much about dogs, but that is not a Cocker Spaniel. That's 4 Cocker Spaniels.
The little old lady said it was.
Little old lady, you...
The one at 14th and Oak?
Yeah, how did you know? I got him there over a year ago.
Oh, Alvin, we could maybe rent a garage or get that vacant lot,
we'll
maybe.
Get the Coliseum.
Well, they don't eat very much. And just imagine
why don't we leave the car out?
to have two of them.
No, we're using a two-car garage.
Hey!
All right.
Say goodbye to the people. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
But I think
Thank you. In just a moment, Betty White will return to say goodbye. And now here to say goodbye to you is the lovely star of our show, Betty White.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you ever so much, and thank you, everybody. I just wanted you to meet a couple of friends of Alvin's and Elizabeth's here. This, of course, is Stormy, and this is Wellington. And they're both a little too young to talk yet, but if they could talk, they'd say, until we see you again, once more, goodbye, everybody.